In the last class we have seen the phase lock loop, where we have discussed about the block diagram of the phase lock loop, and where it is consist of voltage control oscillator and the loop filter, that is nothing but low pass filter. Now today we are going to see the non-linear model of the phase lock loop. We discussed this topic, why this is called as non-linear model of phase lock loop. To discuss this, let us consider the input signal of phase lock loop. So the input signal of the phase lock loop is represented by S of t. So here S of t is equal to what? AC into sine 2 pi fct plus phi 1 of t. So let us consider the equation number 1. Here phi 1 of t is equal to, this is the angle of modulated signal. So keeping this phi 1 of t is represented as 2 pi into kf integrating from 0 to t m of tau into d tau. Let us consider this as equation number 2. Now considering the output of VCO, that is voltage control oscillator output, can be written as what? V of t is equal to AV into cos 2 pi fct plus phi 2 of t. So let us consider this as equation number 3. Here AV is nothing but what? This is the amplitude of voltage control oscillator at the output, and here phi 2 of t is nothing but what? This is the angle of VCO signal. Phi 2 of t can be written as 2 pi into k V integrating from, we are going to integrate the output of the system. So let us consider t into dt. So let us consider this as equation number 4. Phase lock loop block diagram, what did we had? We had FM signal, we are going to give that as the input. Let us consider this as S of t. Here we are going to apply this to the multiplier, and the output of this is given to where? Loop filter. Here we had got voltage controlled oscillator. So this is given to where? Multiplier. Let us consider this as what? R of t. The output of the voltage control oscillator is considered R of t, and here at the output of the multiplier we are going to get the E of t. So this is a negative feedback system, whereas we are going to get the output, that is V of t. So this is the block diagram of phase lock loop. So keeping this, let us find out what are the non-linearity term we are going to get in this particular PLL. In the block diagram, when S of t and R of t is multiplied at the multiplier, we are going to get the two components, that is, one is a frequency component, we are going to represent like Km into AC into AV into sine 2 pi fct plus phi 1 of t plus phi 2 of t. Let us consider this as equation number 5. And one more component we are going to get here is a low frequency component, whereas we are going to represent like Km into AC into AV into sine phi 1 of t comma minus phi 2 of t. So let us consider this as equation number 6. here in the phase lock loop we have got what? Loop filter. Loop filter is nothing but what? Low pass filter, where it will going to so here the response to high frequency components are negligible here. Okay, here it will going to neglect the high frequency component at the low pass filter. Now we will see what will going to happen to this particular component. Here input to the low pass filter is reduced, that is E of t is equal to what? Km into AC into AV into sine phi E of t. So let us consider this as equation now. Equation 7. We all know that phi E of t is what here? Here we are going to get the phase error, that is phi E of t is nothing but the phase error. We can represent phi E of t is equal to phi 1 of t minus phi 2 of t. Phi E of t is equal to phi 1 of t minus, so this is the equation for what? Phi 2 of t, that is 2 pi into kV integrating from 0 to t v tau into d tau. Let us consider this as equation number 8. Now this loop filter operates on the input E of t, correct? Here you can see this is the loop filter. The input to the loop filter is E of t to produce an output V of t. Now if we consider V of t, we are going to get the equation, that is integrating from minus infinity to infinity E tau into h t minus tau into d tau. Let us consider this as equation number 9. So here h tau is nothing but t minus tau is h of t is nothing but the impulse response of loop filter. Impulse response of low pass filter, h of t. So after differentiating this, here you can see using 7 and 9 equation, that is putting in the equation 8 and differentiating, we are going to get differentiating phi E of t divided by dt is equal to differentiating phi 1 of t minus 2 pi k naught minus infinity to infinity sine phi E of t h of t minus tau into d tau. Here let us consider this as equation number 10. Along with that, you can observe that here we are going to get the sine term. So later we will see what is called as non-linear model of the phase lock loop. Let us write the non-linear model of the non-linear model of the phase lock loop considering all these parameters. So this is nothing but k naught is loop gain parameter. Loop gain parameter. If we are going to represent the non-linearity phase lock loop block diagram, this is what? Phi 1 of t, that is given to the summation. This is the positive and here this is the negative, where we are going to get, this is what? Phi 2 of t, here we are going to get this. So here we are going to get the voltage control oscillator, where we are going to do the integration here. So that is what? 0 to t into dt, and here we are going to get what? Phi E of t, that is given to the sine. Here we are going to get the sine, and here we are going 2 pi k naught, that is the loop gain we are going to get, and again we are going to get here what? H of. So altogether we are going to give it to the so the term here is 1 divided by 2 pi into kV. So across this we are going to get the output V of. So this is how we are going to get. We have mentioned all the term across this here. So phi 1 of t is our what? FM wave signal, and we are going to give the loop gain parameter here, that is along with the sine term. So here you can see we are going to get the sine term here, that is why, and phi E of t across the summation, and this is we are going to do at the voltage control oscillator. Here we have got phi 2 of t, and multiplying with the 2 pi into k naught, that is the loop gain, and h of t is nothing but what? Impulse response of the loop gain low pass filter, and here we are going to multiply with the 1 divided by 2 pi into kV, and where we are going to get the output. This is the feedback given to the voltage control oscillator. Sinusoidal non-linearity which is present in this model is going to increases the difficulty of analyzing the phase log loop. That is why the presence of sinusoidal term in this particular module, which will going to produce difficulty while analyzing the phase lock loop. That is why this model is called as nonlinear model of phase lock system. In the nonlinearity which is present in the phase lock loop. So we are going to see what is the linearity, how to design the linear model of the phase lock loop. Now we are going to see how to create the linear model of the phase lock loop. So as we said that the whatever the sinusoidal term present in the equation, that will going to lead us to what? Nonlinearity in the phase lock loop. So if we are going to remove that sinusoidal term, so let us see how to remove that sinusoidal term. Now phase error, that is phi e of t, is said to be 0 or very small. Here we are going to say that phase lock loop device will be in the phase locked. So that is why we are going to consider, and that must be how much? That must be phi e of t should be what? 0, or that must be very less. If we are going to approximate that phi e of t is small compared to 1 radian, we are going to approximate like this: sin phi e of t approximating to phi e of t. So let us consider this as equation 1 here, which is accurate within 4% for phi e of t, which is less than 0.5 radian. And here what will going to happen here is the non-linearity will be discarded by using this particular term. That is what? Phi e of t is equal to what? 0, or we are going to approximate like this: sin phi e of t is approximated to phi e of t, which is less than 0.5 radian. Now we have seen this equation in non-linear model of phase lock loop. Let us consider this equation. Differentiation of phi e of t plus 2 pi into k naught, integrating from minus infinity to infinity, phi e of tau into h t minus tau into dt is equal to differentiation of phi 1 of t. Here h of t is nothing but the impulse response of the loop. How to write the linear model of the PLL? This is phi 1 of t, that as we are going to remain, we are going to get phi e of t. We are going to multiply this with 2 pi k naught, and this has been given to the impulse response. H of this is given to the multiplier, that is 1 divided by 2k into V naught. Across this we are going to get the V of t. The impulse response feedback is taken as what? Given to the voltage control oscillator VCO, that is integrated from 0 to t into dt, and again we are going to give that to the summation. Here we are going to get what? Phi 2 of t. So this model is called as what? Linear model of phase lock loop, whereas we have removed the sinusoidal term in this model. And also, in order to say this is the linear model, we have to get what? Voltage, the output V of t is equal to what? That should be proportional to the message signal, that is m of t. So let us see, we are going to get the output V of t is directly proportional to m of t. We know that phi e of t is equal to phi 1 of t minus phi 2 of t. So this is phi e of t. Phi e of t is equal to phi 1 of t minus, so we are going to substitute for the phi 2 of t, that is 2 pi into kV, integrating from 0 to t, V of t into dt. Now here we are going to rearrange this equation: 2 pi into kV integrating 0 to t, V of t into dt is equal to phi 1 of t minus phi e of t. So taking this term this side we are going to get minus phi e of t. And let us consider or assume the small error phi e of t. What will happen to the equation here is this will going to be get cancelled. This term phi e of t will going to get cancelled and remained with what? 2 pi into kv 0 to t v of t into dt is equal to phi 1 of t. We know the equation for phi 1 of t, substituting that here 2 pi into kv integrating 0 to t v of t into dt is equal to 2 pi into kf integrating 0 to t into m of t into dt. Here we can cancel this. So, the remaining term we are going to get here is v of t is equal to, the term here is kf divided by kv into m of t. So, from this particular equation we can see here where the v of t, that is the output of the phase lock loop, is directly proportional to what? M of t without having any sinusoidal term. And here this model proved that this is the linear model of the phase lock loop. We are going to discuss some of the non-linear effects in FM system. So, we are going to consider that as two types, that is strong non-linearity and the weak non-linearity. In the strong non-linearity, we are going to intentionally introduce the linearity in the system. So, for the particular application, it is necessary in order to introduce the non-linearity, and it is control manner for some specific application, like we are going to use in square law modulator and in frequency multiplier. Whereas a linear performance is desired, the weak nonlinearity arises due to the imperfection, which will going to reduces the, it will going to limit the level of useful signals. It will going to limit the level of useful signals. On frequency modulation, so let us consider the communication channel with respect to input and the output. So, this is the equation V naught of t is equal to A1 Vi of t plus A2 into Vi square of t plus A3 Vi cube of t. So, let us consider this as equation number 1, whereas Vi is the, this is the input signal and V naught is equal to, this is the output signal, whereas A1, A2, A3, these are constants. Considering the memoryless channel, we are going to discuss the effect of transmitting modulated FM modulated wave. The FM signal is given by Vi of t, that is equal to AC into cos 2 pi fct plus phi n of t, phi 1 of t. Let us consider this as equation number 2. Now, phi 1 of t is equal to what? 2 pi into kf integrating from 0 to t into m of t into dt. So, let us consider this as equation 3. Now, equation 1, this can be rewritten as, so here you can see we have got what? Vi of t in all the term, Vi of t, Vi square of t and Vi cube of t. So, substituting those Vi of t in the equation number 1, we are going to get this equation, that is what? V naught of t is equal to A1 into AC cos 2 pi fct plus phi 1 of t plus A2 into AC square cos square into 2 pi fct plus phi 1 of t, because this is Vi square. This term term is what? Vi square in the equation number 1, and A3 AC cube cos cube 2 pi FCT plus phi 1 of t. So this term is what? Vi cube. After this, expanding this V naught of t and collecting all the common terms, we are going to reduce this equation. So before that, we all know that cos square theta is equal to half into 1 plus cos 2 theta, and also cos cube theta is equal to 1 by 4 3 cos theta plus cos 3 theta. So considering these two formulas, putting in the equation V naught of t theta, V naught of t, we are going to get the last equation, that is V naught of t is equal to half into A2 AC square plus A1 into AC plus 3 by 4, 3 divided by 4 A3 into AC cube into cos 2 pi FCT plus phi 1 of t plus half into A2 into AC square cos 4 pi FCT plus 2 phi 1 of t plus 1 divided by 4 A3 AC cube and cos 6 pi FCT plus 3 phi 1 of t. So let us consider this as equation number 5. This channel output consists of DC component as well as a 3 frequency modulated signal with carrier frequency FC, 2 FC and 3 . After getting these 3 carrier frequency FC, 2 FC and 3 FC, we have to separate the carrier frequency from 2 FC and 3 FC. We have got the condition that if we follow this condition, we can separate the carrier frequency from the other frequency component. 2 FC minus, if we are going to consider 2 delta F plus omega, that should be greater than FC plus delta F plus omega. So this is the condition we have to follow, or FC, the carrier frequency must be greater than 3 delta F plus 2 omega. FC should be greater than 3 delta F plus 2 omega. After this, by using band pass filter, the mid band frequency FC and 2 delta F plus omega can be separated, and we are going to get the output, that is V naught of t is equal to A1 into AC plus 3 by 4 A3 into AC cube into cos 2 pi FCT plus phi 1 of t. So this is, let us consider this as equation number 6. From this we can conclude that the non-linearity effect on FM waves, it is very negligible when we are going to compare it with the AM wave. And here we can reduce by using this technique. Highly non-linear amplifiers can be used, and also the power transmitter can be used in order to remove the non-linearity. Heterodyne receiver is a special type of receiver where here we are going to see what are the block diagram of the super heterodyne receiver and what are the function of that particular blocks. The main function of the super heterodyne receiver is it will going to perform the carrier frequency tuning, and it will going to perform the function of filtering, and it will also perform the amplification of the wave or the signal. So this is the block diagram of the receiver, whereas this is the antenna. The antenna will going to pick the amplitude modulated wave, and it has been given to the RF section, whereas Here it will going to amplify the amplitude modulated wave in this particular block, and it has been given to the mixer. Whereas the output of the RF section and the output from the local oscillator is given to the mixer, where it will going to perform the frequency conversion here, and it will going to give the IF section, that is the intermediate frequency section. Till here it will going to perform the modulation process. In the demodulation process we have got the envelope detector and also the audio amplifier. Here we are going to connect, this is the connect to the loudspeaker. Okay, and whatever the local oscillator signal is given to the mixer, the output of the RF section we are going to consider it will going to perform the frequency conversion here. Here at the IF section, it is the intermediate frequency section. We are going to get fixed intermediate frequency, that is going to represent that by FIF, that is nothing but what? Frequency intermediate frequency. Again we have got at the demodulation side, we have got envelope detector as well as the audio amplifier. Here if we are going to consider the frequency parameter of AM radio, these are the frequency parameter, that is RF carrier range. So the range of the RF carrier is 0.535 to 1.605 megahertz, and here we also have got what? IF section. The midband frequency range of IF section is 455 kilohertz and IF bandwidth, that is of 10 kilohertz. So these are the parameter, frequency parameter of the AM radio. This is a frequency intermediate, fixed intermediate frequency, that can be written as what? FRF minus FL naught. So this FRF is nothing but this is the carrier frequency of the incoming signal, and also we have got the local oscillator frequency, that is represented by FL naught. Here in IF section, that is intermediate frequency section, we have got one or more number of stages present, which has got the tuned amplifier, which will going to provide the multiple amplification in this particular stage, and also it will going to select the, and it going to do the selectivity in the receiver. And the output of the IF section, that is given to the envelope detector in order to recover back the baseband signal which we are going to get. This is called as the demodulation stage. We are going to recover back the baseband signal at the envelope detector, and again we are going to give that to the audio amplifier. Whatever the recovered message signal we have got from the envelope detector has been given to the audio amplifier. This is called as the audio power amplifier. At last we are going to feed that to the loudspeaker. So at last the message signal we are going to give across the loudspeaker. We are going to consider the advantages of super heterodyne receiver. Here it has got, there is no variation in the bandwidth is going to happen in this receiver, and it will going to provide, this is very high sensitivity receiver as well as selectivity receiver, and it will also provide high adjacent channel rejection. So these are the advantages of the super heterodyne receiver. There is no variation in the bandwidth, and it is very high sensitivity and selectivity, and it has got high adjacent channel rejection. So these are the advantage of this receiver.